Tobago versus the host Jamaica, and both teams lost earlier to USA South and will be looking to redeem themselves and get their first victory of the day. I'm Kelson Figaro, and with me is Garvin McClavey. Garvin, how do you think this match is going to go?
Well, after looking at the two games earlier, one thing that I've learned today is these teams develop very quickly. From one game to the next, they can really just find their cohesion. It's the kind of thing that when you've got a bunch of guys that maybe haven't played much together or haven't played a high level together, they find themselves in this situation where they're just absorbing information like sponges. And both teams, I think, are in a similar situation. Trinidad and Tobago maybe more so because they're coming together for the first time. It's a lot of younger guys that maybe have not a lot of experience. Jamaica coming together, they've got experience, but they've never really played together because they're from many different places. Some local boys, obviously, and then as far afield as Europe and the Middle East. So getting themselves pumped up before this game is always a good thing.
And again, both teams going through their pre-match ritual, trying to get themselves hyped up, trying to get their first points of the tournament so far. And again, both teams playing a very strong USA South team that were dominant in their matches earlier today. And so Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica will be looking to get themselves on the scorecard and get a victory in this tournament so far.
Yeah, physically they look very, very similar, similar sort of weights and heights, that kind of thing per position. But I feel like Jamaica might have a little bit more experience, and that might show.
Ethan Rowland taking us off a Trinidad and Tobago. Nice deep kick. Just putting some pressure on the Jamaican team there. Just knock it on again. Trinidad and Tobago, a kick is only as good as its chase, Garvin.
Yep, agreed. That's going to come back to the middle. So Jamaica have got some advantage early in this one. They're going to go with a scrum from the centre.
And again, mistakes from the kickoff is something that coaches don't like to see, but it happens in the game. And again, it's all down to tactics and how do you want to perceive the game. Both teams are similar size, so scrummaging will be sort of even compared to before, where the USA team would have bullied them in the early half of the game. But lessons will be learned by the both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things I've noticed is that in the scrum, the 8-man in nearly every team's like shoved themselves in very aggressively afterwards, which creates a lot of instability. There's feet off the ground there inside from the Jamaica side, so quite well done from Trinidad and Tobago.
As you see the scrum out here, picking and going there, the number 15, Darius Allen, but didn't release the ball off the tackle there, so it's a penalty to Trinidad and Tobago. And again, Reese Valère here, second generation player from Trinidad and Tobago, just marshalling his player to tell him, kick it in the touch. We reset from the line out and play territory against this fast and pacey Jamaican outfit.
Yeah, they look like they can be handy. They've got a little bit of size in their back row as well. They're 6, 7, 8 looks decent size. I didn't notice so much earlier in the day just because the USA South kids look so much bigger, but against the Trinidad team, they might have a little advantage in that area.
And again, losing out on that one there, but Jamaica stealing the line, but Trinidad and Tobago seem to shuffle it back. Referee says advantage playing to Jamaica, and Jamaica going to try to run their way out of their half of the pitch. And again, discipline will be a great factor here as the both teams are seemingly evenly matched. Jamaica again, great pick up here, advantage play into Jamaica here. Trinidad and Tobago tackling in swarms at the moment, but Jamaica is calm and collect as you like. As you see big running from the Jamaica number 8, Khaled Brown, but no advantage playing by the referee here. He brings it back to the Jamaica 10-meter line, and Trinidad and Tobago again has to retreat.
Use my air. Use him.
Garvin, what do you think is a superior tactic coming against two similarly matched teams?
Well, I think a lot of it's going to boil down to mistakes, right? So if you've got a couple of the boys already from the Trinidad team, I can see them putting their hands in the ruck, and that's where they're making the mistakes. They're getting penalties against them. I think what Trinidad and Tobago need to do is really settle themselves, take a bit of contact, recycle, and start working their wing. Traditionally, you boys from Trinidad and Tobago are always very fast out wide, so they've got to take advantage of that. There's always good talent coming through, whether it was the Panthers or Jareem a couple of years ago. There's always a nice production line. They've got to take advantage of that, but they've got to absorb the defenders first.
Well, again, mistake by Mason Campbell there, gifting Jamaica a scrum inside Trinidad and Tobago's 22. Red zone, perfect attacking options there for Jamaica to really strike at home and really score a try to awaken this Jamaican crowd.
Absolutely, got a nice little crowd going on over there. I think a lot of them is the actual national women's team, but then you've got the university right here as well, so you've obviously got home field advantage as Jamaica. They've got to take advantage of that. They've got to enjoy that. And
trying to be able to turn over the line out there, but they seem to be driven over the try line there, and again, superior defense there by the Jamaican team.
Yeah, it's just brute strength did that. Got up in their face. They got up in the face early. Made life difficult. There's a loose ball. Now you're scooping it up and getting hit immediately. The momentum takes you back.
And again, DeJounte King there, just super aggressive, super strong, and just pushing the Trinidad and Tobago boys over the line. But the referee just consulted with his AR and a penalty for Trinidad and Tobago. The tackle by the number 13 was considered high, and Trinidad and Tobago gets the opportunity to relieve their try line by booted into touch.
Yep, fair enough. It was high. It was on the replay too. So Trinidad have a chance here. Not a bad kick. Not a bad kick at all.
Again, nice purchase of the kick from Ethan Rowlands there. Just think they're just outside the 22-meter line. Trinidad and Tobago under a cup of pressure here, delving in the half of the pitch, and Jamaica is really trying to sustain this pressure by the excellent defense that they're doing right now.
Yeah, no, nice kick. Put themselves in a good position here if they can win this line out.
Backwards, play
overthrown by Trinidad and Tobago, but gathered eventually, and Trinidad and Tobago tried to run out of their 22-meter line. To the delight of the Jamaican supporters, Jamaica is defending fairly well, but Trinidad and Tobago is super aggressive at the moment, trying to push their way through. But the ball is stolen by the hooker, Ben Watfield, much to the delight of the crowd here, and then Trinidad and Tobago gives away the penalty. So the ascendancy is in the favor of Jamaica at the moment.
Yeah, and it's always nice when you've got the crowd screaming in your back. That's always a big motivator. Keeps the adrenaline pumping.
And again, Jamaica is going to go to their set piece. Their bread and butter. Probably have done this many times before. So they're going to suck in as much players as possible to make space out wide.
Yeah, they got a very athletic looking back line. I'm sure they're fast. Wouldn't ever doubt that. Seeing these Jamaican teams coming through, they're always powerful on the outside.
As we watch the setup here, Jamaica is lined very deeply. The winger is in his half of the pitch. So we're going to look for a play out wide here. Trinidad and Tobago will need to push up and close this down after the lineup is over. Easily won in the line there, pushes it out to the big Jonathan Barnes. He needs some taking down there. As a pick and go by the forward here. Big number 1 Kai. And again, Trinidad and Tobago losing their feet. Same thing from the game earlier, just super anxious there. Advantage playing for the knock on there. And again, Jamaica, DeJounte King just a bit anxious there. Ball losing the ball in the contact.
Yeah, just slightly landed up. The ball landed towards his hip instead of in front of him, so he struggled to reel it in. Otherwise, that would have been potentially another try here. No, he took the tap from his knee as well. But that ball landing on the hip there, it needs to be just a half yard in front of you so you can run onto it.
And again, as I said earlier, Gavin, it's a game of mistakes at the moment with evenly matched teams. As you can see, both teams evenly making mistakes out there, but Trinidad and Tobago seems to be living in their 22 as Jamaica continues to sustain pressure against them.
Yeah, Jamaica look comfortable right now, don't they? One of my worries with the Trinidad boys is the lack of experience. They're going in for the poach, but they're not knowing little things like, hey, you've got to stay on your feet. Even if you've got your hands on the ball, you've got to maintain your feet. You've got to do it quickly. You can't wait a long time to make that decision. If the ruck's formed, hands are not involved. Little bits like that, that's something that they've got to learn that. And hopefully they learn it before they start getting yellow cards.
And again, Tobago probably needs a bit of leadership on the pitch, as the coaches on the sideline seem to be a bit concerned as to how the match is going. It's still 0-0 at the moment here, and for those of you who happen to be around the Huey Mona Bowl, you can still come down to the game. There is still time. Admission is free, and for those of you who are not close by, can view it on the SportsMax and the SportsMax app.
Yeah, we're going to be here all week, so it'll be an interesting couple of days. Looking forward to Saturday and Sunday. If we get a bit of a crowd in here, it'll be nice. If you've got some free time this weekend and you're in the neighbourhood, swing by, hang out, watch some fantastic rugby. Women's rugby starting tomorrow, the 12-a-side competition. The local girls will be playing also, Jamaica's national women's team.
And again, always energetic, our Jamaican teams here. As we see Mason Campbell putting the ball into the scrum here. Very interesting setup here, a bit flatter attack here for the Jamaican team. Looking to try to punch the line here. Excellent work here as it comes out super quickly. And again, it's DeJounte, quick step and a fend. And he's just 5 meters short of the try line here, to the excitement of the crowd. It's Kai, the number 1 here, just pillaging through Tobago team at the moment, but the ball is slow to come out, so Tobago gets opportunity to reset. But Jamaica good with the phase work, advantage paying by the referee as they try to crawl the way across the line, 1 meter short. Try time Jamaica, as you see, again, number 13, it seems, DeJounte King going over for the try there. He seems to be a handful for the Tobago team today.
Yeah, they didn't get him moving earlier in the day. They didn't get much ball in hand, so he wasn't as effective. But this is obviously their man. This is the guy that they're going to rely on to bust the line and cause problems. Once he's got ball in hand, he's going to be dangerous. So they need to wrap him up or get up in his face early if they're gonna stop him from running rampant today.
And again, we see the disappointment there of Tobago's coaching staff at the sideline there. But Jamaica really were knocking at the door for a long time now. For the past 5 minutes, they seem to be camped in the Tobago half of the field. And it's not number 13, but it's actually number 1. Kai Littum for the try there. Conversion unsuccessful. So Jamaica leads 5 points to 0 over Tobago. And again, playing for better pride and placement in tomorrow's competition.
Yeah, absolutely. These teams are going to want to come back into this later in the week and be more competitive.
Time is off, guys. Time is off. Time is off.
And the Jamaican outfit got boys from all around the world coming to play for this team here today. So it's a big mix and match to get boys of Jamaican heritage to be part of this program here today.
I guess one of the advantages that Jamaica has is they are a country that people tend to move away and go to the places like UK, and I've seen people on the list that are playing in the Middle East, but they've got parents of Jamaican descent, or they were born here and moved away. So they do a very good job of that. They do really well on researching the parents and grandparent lineage for Jamaican kids around the world. And if they've got talent and they've been playing rugby for a long time, they'll bring them in. It gets exposure for the local boys, which people like it, some people don't like that, but it does give exposure to the local boys to be playing in a higher level with guys that are maybe more experienced, and we hope that would trickle down. I'm presuming that's their intention.
Well, again, we did something of a small delay as the referee has a little bit of wardrobe malfunction, and it seems to have it corrected, and we're going to restart with Tobago kicking from the left to right of your screen. And again, Garvin, very, very tribalistic kits by Tobago has out there.
Yeah, look, it does. It's got a very sort of Fiji style or Tonga feel to it, or maybe even like the looks a bit more like the New Zealand Maori kit. But yeah, it looks lovely. And actually, I'm just happy that Trinidad and Tobago have got the numbers printed on their shirts properly, because that's always an issue.
Again, it's very hard for commentators when the numbers are so evenly blended into the kit. But off the kickoff, Jamaica makes a mistake, and Trinidad and Tobago get a scrum in their 22, and we can see what can happen here with fly half Reese Valaire, second generation rugby player from Trinidad and Tobago, as the referee tries to command the game by reducing the talk and the back chat, which is normally not allowed by the referees.
Absolutely, yeah. I'd be interested to see how this Trinidad and Tobago fly half does with ball in hand in a nice position, because it looks like he could be handy. Needs an opportunity to open up this Jamaican defence.
And again, pushing before the ball comes in. They seem to have a lot of movement there. And again, remember, in this format of the game, only allowed a meter push.
You haven't got so far, keep it up. Crouch!
And again, Trinidad and Tobago aligned extra deep, easily 20 meters back, which is very odd when trying to break the gain line.
It's the 8-man that picks up.
He stopped quickly by the flanker there, but Trinidad and Tobago set deep and ready to go. The ball just slipping out of their hands again, and pressure by Jamaica here. And Jamaica seems to be the aggressor at the moment here, really just pounding and piling the pressure on Trinidad and Tobago. As you look from the reset there, scrum wheeled and was out there. The try scorer, Kai Ditton, out the scrum like a flash, making the tackle on the number 8, which is very odd for a prop to tackle the number 8.
Yeah, it's not. You've got to work very hard to get out of the front of that.
And again, great work by the Jamaican boys here, putting pressure on the Trinidad and Tobago team.
As a team, set.
As you see Mason Campbell put it in the scrum.
Well done.
Great pick by the number 8, Jonathan Barnes. He's taken down nicely, but Jamaica recycles the ball. Again, out to Dejante King, who seemed to be giving Trinidad and Tobago loads of problems here, and Jamaica blaze into the TNT half of the pitch here, just recycling the ball very well.
Some real power going forward here from Jamaica. Trinidad and Tobago are struggling to deal with it, but they've come away with the ball now.
And again, big tackle here there. Jamaica really aggressive at the moment, but Trinidad and Tobago holding on the ball, and again, that was a bit harsh, as the tackler didn't release as yet. But again, the referees, they're seeing it as is. No quick tap. Trinidad and Tobago get the opportunity to reset their defense. Jamaica is going to go to the set piece as Mason Campbell dinks it into the crowd and just walk it 10 meters up the pitch.
Yeah, it's always fun when you're doing the high energy stuff, but every so often you need a little break. Let's kick into the corner. We'll walk ourselves over. That's a free 20 yards.
No, that's it.
And Jamaica 5 points are better at Trinidad and Tobago as they go back to set camp up in the Trinidad and Tobago 22 meter.
That's good.
TNT have done well to contain Jamaica at this stage, but I feel like it's a question of time before the floodgates open.
I'm telling you on the line.
And again, interesting start for Jamaica's attacking option, as again the winger is in their half of the pitch. He's very deep. Line out stolen by Liam Cabrales. But Trinidad and Tobago doesn't seem to gather the ball as they knock it on right on the try line, gifting Jamaica the 5 meter scrum.
Yeah, great that they stole that, but just couldn't take advantage of it.
Jamaica can't seem to throw the ball over the 6'5" Liam Cabrales of Trinidad and Tobago. So you need to get him moving if you're going to get the ball out. But Mason Campbell gets the opportunity again to set the scrum. And we're going to look for Jonathan Barnes, the number 5, to really pick and go and really test the tackling of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, they're going to have to get up in their face if they're coming away with this ball. Scrum half got it.
And again, Campbell picks and goes, tries to set it out right, but Trinidad and Tobago meets them up front and stops the attack.
Release red, okay.
Jamaica ready to go again. The try scorer again, pushing them over the line.
Release it, red, release it all away.
But Jamaica 1 meter out there, pick and go by the number 2 there, Ben Watfield. The referee seems to confer with the AR to confirm the try there, but it seems to be very close to a score.
couple of good tackles from Trinidad and Tobago to keep them at bay for a moment or two, but not enough this time. Jamaica have made the score. I didn't catch who it was.
And there's number 2, Ben Watfield there, just pushing himself over the line there. The big boys for Jamaica really doing the work and really putting the effort and forcing Trinidad and Tobago defense to make those tackles.
And the crowd's really getting behind their boys, their local boys here in Jamaica. A phenomenal day so far. We had a weather break at one point in one of the games where lightning was coming down and it rained, freshened the whole place up. Here's the try here that you can get. He's right on the line. He's got bodies laid on top, so the referee couldn't see it himself. Conferred with his assistants, and they said yes.
Difficult kick here, all the way in the corner. Great strike there from the corner. 2 points successful, and again the kicking has been superb here by all the teams in the tournament today so far.
Yeah, this kid, what's the name of this kid? He's phenomenal with the boot. Doesn't get much height on it, but he drives it to the sticks. Great work. And
again, that's Mason Campbell, the scrummer. He seems to be everywhere like salt on this team here today. He has his hand in everything at the moment.
Mason Campbell, remember the name?
Yes, let's go.
Trying to be able to restart, down 12 points to nil. Probably about 1 or 2 minutes left in the game here. And again, it's Campbell with the ball. Great show and go, and shooting the pass out. Jamaica comes back on the offensive here. Knocking it on in the contact there. Bumped the first one, tried to bump the second one, and just lost it out here.
Yeah, a little slippery underfoot as well here today as well. I've seen a few guys slipping and sliding when they try to change direction. That downpour earlier in the day is settled on top, I think.
But Trinidad and Tobago have the opportunity for a scrum, and again, they're very deep in the lineup at 20 meters behind the scrum, probably putting a lot of pressure on the young scrummer Benjamin Devines from the Royals Rugby Football Club in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, we haven't really seen Trinidad and Tobago in a set piece that's come out and clean and just a straight pass that's got to where it needs to be. From the pressure here, just like what you're seeing.
And again, Campbell pressures Devines there, but he did well to get the ball out. And again, it's Reese Valère run across the pitch, and he smashed in the contact there.
No hands, it's a rock. It's out now, it's out
no
now.
Support, and again, Benjamin Devines getting his hand back on the ball. The diminutive figure of him as he tries to get the Trinidad back on the front foot, but Jamaica's super aggressive.
Advantage, Red.
Trinidad's playing that advantage playing for Trinidad and Tobago here. Jamaica on the ascension, and they're super aggressive. Valère again shoots it out wide, throws the dummy, looks for the option, and it's Jabari on the outside here. Gets past one, pops it inside, but he loses it forward. The referee seemed to play amazingly long.
That was a really long advantage, but that's where Trinidad and Tobago are dangerous. If they can get the ball to the fly half and you can actually get a bit of time and space. You've got guys like Jabari here that can run galloping down the sideline, can take players on, and the guys are always a handful. I've been seeing it for years coming out of Trinidad and Tobago. They're always producing that quality of player out wide. If you can get the ball in their hand, they can do wonderful things for you.
And again, Jabali Alexis from the Eastern Ruggles Rugby Club in Sandy Grande, Trinidad and Tobago. Very new club and a very new player to the game. So
could you repeat that all again? The Sandy Grande?
It's Sandy Grande, or Sandy Grande as it's called. East Trinidad.
East Trinidad. Let's go, guys. Sandy Grande. I love it. To interrupt you because I needed you to say it again.
Let's go, guys.
We'll have Nathan Mars giving us a throw in here. And again, Trinidad and Tobago is very good at set pieces as they're thrown to the tall figure of Leon Cabrales, 6'5" guy that you see the set piece works well. Trinidad and Tobago shoots it out from Devines. Devines has Valère. Valère is taken on nicely there by Jamaica on a counterpart. Trinidad and Tobago tries to shoot out wide and tries to chip over the top. It goes straight out into touch. And it's a line up back where the ball was kicked from.
Yeah, they were using the target man as a decoy that time on the line out. They threw it to the second jumper.
Who's in front?
Seems to work out a little better for them.
And again, Trinidad and Tobago seemingly find it difficult to come out to their half of the pitch here. Jamaica is doing excellently well to manage the breakdown, everything that's happening. And again, the likes of Watfield and DeJounte King, as well as Kai Ditton, seems to be doing the work for the Jamaican team, really stamping their authority on the game so far.
Reece Valeri's getting a lot of pressure at the fly half position. He needs to get the ball a little quicker so that he's not feeling that pressure and he can start releasing that ball to his backs.
Overthrow from Jamaica here as the ball is taken up by Ian McLaughlin here from the Northern Rugby Football Club in Trinidad and Tobago. Jamaica seems to be a bit more aggressive. The referee plays the advantage. Trinidad looking for set piece play here, but they're met very aggressively by Jamaica. Advantage is still playing, and the forwards seem to shoot it out wide now. And it's Jabalia Alexis again trying to get out wide here. Trying to make a losing acreage.
No advantage gain.
But the referee was playing advantage here. The referee from Guyana, Clifton Garrett, doesn't like what happened. Tackler wasn't rolling away and gives Trinidad and Tobago a second bite at the cherry.
But again, it comes down to if Valeri can get the ball away, he can get the ball out wide, that's when Trinidad and Tobago have been successful. Twice it's happened, twice they've made it there.
And again, Trinidad and Tobago finally get a kick just on the 22-meter mark for Jamaica. And again, this could be about the last play of the game, of the first half, sorry. And Trinidad and Tobago needs to do something to get themselves back into this.
Absolutely.
One step, carry line with you, please. Thank you very much. Step in, Trinidad. Step in.
Line out on the 22-meter line. Trinidad and Tobago aligning very deeply, as we can see. The winger just short of the 22-meter line, just off your camera screen.
Yes.
And it's Nathan Mars to throw the line out. And the referee there blows it there for half. It's halftime here at Huey Mona Bowl in Jamaica. Trinidad and Tobago 12. Sorry, Jamaica 12 to Trinidad and Tobago 0. And we'll be back after this break.
How are you feeling about that first half of the game?
Quite a game. You know, the guys are enjoying their games a bit more structure out there, and definitely we're coming with intent. After the first game, we decided we need to stamp our class. So started the first half that way, got to finish strong.
Excellent. And so you're over there on the bench as the manager. What are the coaches saying to each other? What are they going to be stepping up next in the next half, or are they keeping everything the same?
Well, for the most part, these guys they're still fresh. You know? they're still running properly. We have a few changes to make, but that's the coach's call. For now, we're good. We'll see them when they come out.
Absolutely. Thanks for being our ears on the ground over there. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you. So we got Christopher Hudson here from the TT team, the TNT team. How are you feeling in that first half? There's a lot of pressure on you guys. What are you going to be doing in this second half to get off your own try line?
I think that we held on, but we need to improve on our defensive work, and that's what we're looking at in the second half. Be more aggressive, be more up in the face, and continue doing what we need to do.
Mm-hmm. And you've got a young squad coming out of there. Are there some guys that we should be keeping an eye on in the second half that are going to step it up and lead the guys forward?
Yeah, definitely. Young guy Nathan Atrim, first tournament, as well as Jabali Alexis, always fire fit.
Absolutely. So we're keeping an eye on him. Good luck in this second half. We're cheering on TNT as well. We've got Kelson up there in the box that's obviously trying not to be biased towards you guys, but doing a phenomenal job. Keep up the good work. Good luck in the second half.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
Thank you.
And we're back for the second half action of match 6 on day 1 of the Brand Men's U19 Tournament 2022 here in Huey Mona Bowl, Jamaica. Jamaica leads Trinidad and Tobago 12 points to 0 as we look at the highlights of the foot. Trinidad and Tobago started off with a bit of an error there, but Jamaica capitalized and just keep steaming over the line there, being a handful. First try stolen by Ty Dixon there, just using his muscle and his strength to push him with his way over the line. Much delight of the Jamaican supporters. And again, the crowd and the players were having it and feeling it. Second off, again we had Ben Watfield again using his strength to really push his way over, and that seems to be the story in the first half so far, using their weight and their muscle to really manhandle Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot over the course of the day. The front row forwards are very often leading from the front. They've got a lot of power and strength, and they're mobile nowadays. They're not just big heavy guys, right?
As we keep as we go to the interview with Gavin McCleary.
Hello, Curtis. How are you feeling about that first half of the game?
Quite a game. You know, the guys are enjoying their games a bit more structure out there, and definitely we're coming with intent. After the first game, we decided we need to stamp our class. So started the first half that way, got to finish strong.
Excellent. And so you're over there on the bench as the manager. What are the coaches saying to each other? What are they going to be stepping up next in the next half, or are they keeping everything the same?
Well, for the most part, these guys they're still fresh. You know? They're still running properly. We have a few changes to make, but that's the coach's call. For now, we're good. We'll see them when they come out.
So we got Christopher Hudson here from the TT team, the TNT team. How are you feeling in that first half? There's a lot of pressure on you guys. What are you going to be doing in this second half to get off your own try line?
I think that we held on, but we need to improve on our defensive work, and that's what we're looking at in the second half. Be more aggressive, be more up in the face, and continue doing what we need to do.
And you've got a young squad coming out of there. Are there some guys that we should be keeping an eye on in the second half that are going to step it up and lead the guys forward?
Yeah, definitely. Young guy Nathan Atchim, first tournament, as well as Jabali Alexis, always fire fit.
And we're back for second half action here at the men's U19 tournament in Mona Bowl, Jamaica. Jamaica leads 12 points to 0 over Trinidad and Tobago, and Trinidad and Tobago have a lot to do, Garvin, in the first half.
Yeah, they've got to start releasing those backs. That for me is the cut-off point. It's the fly half to inside centre connections not quite happening. The two times it did, Trinidad and Tobago made progress. So they've really got to work to get to release that. Their coach just mentioned to us in the interview they've got to look to get the number 12 Nathan Achim. They've got to release him. If they don't release him, then they're wasting that talent. You've got to get a quicker ball to the fly half so they can release that guy and let him do his thing.
And again, Mason Campbell seems to be the maestro for the Jamaican team so far, pulling the strings together, the number 15, and he's set to restart the game for second half action. Deep kick gathered by Trinidad and Tobago here, and Trinidad and Tobago probably at the half-time break, the coach was telling them to be more aggressive and be the aggressor, and let's see if they can start like that in the second half. Pick up a fumble by Trinidad and Tobago, but they've recovered well. As you see, they keep going around the corners there. Advantage is playing by referee. And again, Trinidad and Tobago moving up slowly. Still playing advantage. And again, it's Reese Valère push it out wide, trying to release Jabari Alexis out wide. No advantage game with the fumble. Trinidad and Tobago get a reprieve, Darwin.
Yeah, and that was it right there. They've realised, they've recognised what they're not doing right. They're trying to release it. It's getting them some movement at least. It's getting them some advantage. And yeah, I'm happy that first couple of phases they've already started working and using their talent out wide.
And again, Trinidad and Tobago needs to look for some territory here. Start to play more attacking rugby in the Jamaican half of the field. Trinidad and Tobago would have finished third in the last output they had here in 2019. So they'll be looking for high standards coming into this tournament.
Absolutely. So the ball's gone out here. So they've got to line out. They really need to start getting these set pieces right. If they can take on the world. They've got the talent. They've just got to get those set pieces worked.
And again, it's Nathan Mars for the line out here. Trying to go fake in the throw there. It's going to be a free kick to Jamaica for that. And they didn't seem to have everything going correctly there. And again, these mistakes, keeping in, as they said earlier, Garvin, will be the difference in the outcome of this match.
Yeah, they've got their set pieces. They know what they're supposed to do. They're just not executing it correctly. They're all talking to each other. They're doing the right things. And then when it's just at the vital moment, there's a lack of communication there.
As you see the big Walden Brown there, just having a one-on-one match with Ian McLaughlin there. And again, trying to go counter-ruck and try to go the direct route up front. And again, they're calling for the ball, Leon Cabrales there, but he's met strongly by the Jamaica number 8, Khaled Brown. And the ball seems to be turned over here, and Jamaica is on the attack here, spilling the pill, and Trinidad has opportunity to counter-attack here, shifting 2 defenders here. And Trinidad win the ball back, as it seems to be a seesaw of possession at the moment. Hard running by Trinidad and great strong work. Trinidad doesn't seem to know what to do at the moment here, and they seem to be pushing the ball all over the pitch. And Mason Campbell seems to be a bit of a bother there, as we see the players down. So we hope he's okay. But again, Trinidad really need to lessen the mistakes, as Jamaica really has the ascendancy. As you look at the replay there, there seem to be 6s and 7s there, not seemingly knowing what they want to do next. And Trinidad just making the mistakes, as we see a bit of hands getting involved here.
They came out of the second half fired up, and that's rattled maybe Jamaica a little bit. But you can see Trinidad and Tobago definitely stepped up the energy, definitely stepped up the aggression. They needed to. Jamaica were beating them down on a regular basis in that first half. Someone needed to kick Trinidad and Tobago in the backside and sort of step it up, and they've come out all cylinders firing, and that's the only thing they could do at that stage, really. I like it.
Well, we have a player down, seems to be a head injury they're going to assess, so we'll try to take a break as we go back, bring it back to the studio, and we bring you rugby action when we return. And we're back here after the injured player seems to get his attention. He's okay, thank goodness, as he's escorted off the pitch here. To the applause of the audience and the team, nice strength by the young man.
Yeah, it got fiery there for a few minutes, and I think that's what Trinidad and Tobago needed. Hopefully we haven't doused that fire by the short break. We need them to come out firing on all cylinders to get themselves back into this game.
And again, the game is started here by Mason Campbell, and there's a big Walden Brown here starting back off here, super aggressive. And again, Campbell just marching the team, really just being a maestro out here for the Jamaican team.
Absolutely. Making good yards, Jamaica.
And again, Trinidad and Tobago now getting some support from their fans in the corner there, and that may be able to spark some interest into the team. As we look at the traveling TNT women's team giving their local boys some support.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely. Great support for the game in general in the Caribbean. When you do show up, not too long ago in the Bahamas, there was plenty of people there at that tournament. Same thing with TCI late last year. The number they do come out, especially at the weekend. The sunshine, you get yourself under a nice umbrella and a pina colada, you're good to go.
There you go.
And again, it's Ronaldo Spencer on for Trinidad and Tobago as the substitution is made. And again, Trinidad and Tobago is lining very deep, unusually deep, very far from the gain line, as the ball is just too far for Cabrales, but still guarded by McLaughlin there.
Yeah, McLaughlin's made a big impact on this game for the Trinidad team.
And again, great run by the Trinidad and Tobago. player there.
No hands, no hands.
Trying to go finally getting themselves where they need to be on the pitch as the referee's playing advantage. And again, player losing their feet. There's the call by the referee there. Again, after great play by the Tobago number 1, Efren Patron. As he seems to be injured and he's down.
Stay up on the rock, stay up.
Just seems to be a loose shoulder there. And again, we look at the player. Great play by the loose set prop here. Just fending 1 and 2 players off there. And just seem fallingly a bit awkward on the shoulder there.
Yep, never fun when you put the point of the shoulder into the dirt. All that weight's right behind you. Had a few of those. Doesn't feel nice.
And again, he's just a bit rattled by that shock from hitting the floor. And again, it's not nice for the bigger boys to be hitting the floor that hard.
Absolutely. And he was released for that run by your captain Cabrales. First time I've seen them connecting, and that's a nice combination. Just work those forwards around the edge of your defensive line, and you can open up some space for these backs, and that's when it becomes loose play, and that's when Trinidad are going to be able to make some yardage.
Again, Tobago has co-captains in Liam Cabrales and Reese Valère. So, interesting setup. Back when we played, there was only one captain.
Times have changed. We've moved on. We've moved forward. But we're making a substitution for that injury.
Nathan Aching tries to get some yardage. Seems a bit anxious. Didn't wait for the whistle. Seems to be ready to get action back on the way.
He's going to let him take it again, though. He's all good.
And again, the atmosphere seems to be festive as we see support from both sides out there today. We have the Jamaican outfit singing in the crowd, as well as the Tobago outfit, as Nathan Aching gets a second bite of the cherry. But great work by the Jamaican player, tapping it back, but it ended up worse in the end.
Numbers.
Got to make the effort, though.
Red. 7 is the call.
Yeah, I think that crowd as well. A lot of these guys inexperienced, and there's a crowd screaming in your ear, and all of a sudden you can get nervous. You get wrapped up in your own thoughts and making little mistakes like that. All makes the 16th man in this case.
Language. A bit.
Again, Nathan Mars is set, ready, waiting on his boys to line up for this one. Tobago just up 10 meters shy of the try line for their first try of the tournament so far today. And they would want to leave to day 1 with a score on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that would be great. They're in a good position here. If they can finally make this line out click, they can put themselves in a good place.
Time is off, guys. 14 red.
And again, great attacking position here. Tobago make a quick change. Brings on Xavier Williams. On the wing here, fresh legs, seeing if they can do the trick. Again, Tobago be looking for the 6'5" target there in the line out, as no competition. As we see, great take by Cabrales there. And Tobago on the defensive, juggled by Valère and killed the momentum there, but Tobago have it back in McLaughlin. McLaughlin tries to shake off Campbell, but Campbell is everywhere at the moment. Tobago pushing forward, beats one, he beats two, like he's playing the steel pan. And again, Valère tries to shoot to the right, it's Achim. Achim tries to throw the pass to Alexis. Alexis' pass goes to floor. And again, it's an attacking opportunity lost.
It was a forward pass. Scrum.
And again, once Valère manages to get hold of that ball and release the outside of it, he's always in a much better place. Trinidad tend to go forward at that point. You could see it just there in those last 2 set pieces. The first one, he didn't get a clean ball. Second time he did, all of a sudden they get some momentum.
Tobago has 10 minutes to get themselves on the scorecard, as Jamaica still leads 12 points to 10 here in the 6th and final match of day 1 of the RAN Men's U19 tournament here at Huey Mona Bowl, Jamaica.
What's your language, first of all? Let me know where you balance. Are you set now? Wonderful. Crouch!
Excellent work from referee Clifton. Just keeping the boys in check, remembering it's a gentleman's game.
And again, Jamaica gets A scrum in their 22, most likely looking for a pressure relieving kick, but there seems to be some sort of infringement there, engaging early as a signal by the referee. Trinidad and Tobago look to take it quick in McLaughlin. McLaughlin takes in a couple of players here. Advantage is being played here. Trinidad and Tobago try to get it out by Devines. Devine shoots it out wide and again wrapped up by the shoulders there. Trinidad and Tobago looking for the pick and go. Advantage is still playing. Trinidad and Tobago trying to pile it on, but Jamaica seems to be well at hand to get it done.
Play advantage, red.
And again, advantage play. McLaughlin going to pick and go on the outside. Gets 1 or 2 meters in. Trinidad and Tobago still playing this phase rugby and it's going well for them. Cabrales just inching forward. And it's a substitute just forfeited it up on that instant. But Trinidad and Tobago has the advantage playing. The referee brings it back. And again, it seems to be tempers seems to be flaring here at the moment.
Time off.
The substitute Ronaldo Spencer not happy with something that's happened.
Another feeling.
But again, Trinidad and Tobago has the penalty just 10 meters short as we see in the replay. A bit of tempers here by both teams. Just over exuberance, I would say, on their part.
Yeah, just the ball squirted out of his hands and he got a bit frustrated and someone was in his face telling him. I'm sure sweet things.
Surely a guy of Walton Brown size, he's not going to take no for an answer. He's going to prove his point to a guy who he deems as smaller than he is.
But Trinidad and Tobago, hey, last few minutes they've been really good. They've put the pressure on, they've turned it up a notch. They want to walk away from this with a few points at some point. They've done well so far.
As we seem to have a player being treated at the moment there. Both teams got an opportunity to cool down and get level-headed. Trinidad and Tobago need to cover the set piece to get themselves on the scorecard, get their first point of the tournament today.
They've got so much talent. You can see all the talent is there. It's just not quite clicking yet. And again, it will develop as the week goes on, I'm sure. Find that cohesion and find their rhythm and the communication. McLaughlin seems like a handful, and he kind of sort of drives the forwards, and then from there, if they can connect that with their backs.
A strange option here by Aching. He seemed to kick it straight out in the dead ball area, and that's the inexperience there of Trinidad and Tobago and lack of match practice there. Just kicking the ball away, just giving away possession. Was expecting them to call a scrum or something like that, not kick it out in the touch.
Well, it shows a bit of confidence that they're going to try the line out.
Yes, it's a 22, guys. 20 straight over.
He kicked the ball straight out the dead ball area, so you're going to get 22 drop out to Jamaica there.
Okay, so he went out the back. If he went out in the try zone, but out to the side, or you think he was just aiming for the line out?
Quite unsure what happened there. Whatever kick it wasn't where it intended to go, as Mason Campbell tried to restart with a kick here. Taken by Trinidad and Tobago, who tried to spin his way out to 1, spin his way out to 2, and DeJounte King to the rescue for Jamaica, just bagging him down. Tackler not rolling away, they're slowing the play down. McLaughlin is waiting on the ball here. Advantage played again to Trinidad and Tobago. Jamaica giving away the penalties at the moment. Valaire marshaled his troops, but poor service there by the scrum half. And the Jamaica number 2, Watfield, is up in his face there, stopping any potential attack. Trinidad and Tobago attack the short side and just gets marshaled out in the touch, but Trinidad and Tobago still has advantage playing as the referee calls it back. Trinidad and Tobago need to settle their nerves and settle their minds going into this game at this moment.
Yeah, Trinidad boys getting a little bit frustrated. They need to work together, not against each other. They used that short side and they had space on the top side. They were walking into traffic and not much space.
But Trinidad and Tobago seems to be asking for the tee here, and they seem to be going to kick for the post.
You having a shot? You having a shot to go? You having a shot?
Again, that's the inexperience showing there. They could have done that 10 yards, 15 yards closer, but they'll take it this time. They learned the lesson. That's what it's about. I always say that making those mistakes is always going to help a kid learn a lot faster than a coach shouting at them from the sideline.
Trying to go down two converted tries, to get themselves back into this match. This kick may not be the wisest option, as they probably would like to kick for the corners and get 5 or 7 points in the end.
Yeah, we've only got 3 minutes left in this game, right?
But again, trying to just searching for the first points of the tournament. And again, number 12, Natal Atching, is going to attempt to put it in from about just under 40 yards. Off the post, but no chase by Trinidad and Tobago. And Jamaica runs out of their 22 at the moment. Strong running, overlap out wide. Met by the Trinidad and Tobago team. Advantage playing.
First man, he was strong enough.
And again, Trinidad and Tobago pinch the ball and need to take it quickly. Quick tap to Cabrales. Cabrales goes into contact. Jamaica not 10. Advantage is still playing.
Not 10. No quick.
Referee instructs to slow it down and ensure that the guys are back 10. And now we're going to need the resilience of Valère to pull the boys together and really map out.
Having a shot. You're having a shot, guys.
And again, Trinidad and Tobago up for the kick yet again. Strange decision there, but under 5 minutes in the game. Points 12 points to 0. In favor of Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago pushing to get their first points of the tournament. And again, Garvin, what would you suggest to the Trinidad team at this point in the game?
I mean, they've got to get points on the board, and then they get the ball back, and they go again. Maybe they can sort of chip away at it a little bit. But 3 points isn't going to cut it at 12-0 down. They're gonna end up going, if they lose this, they're going to be bottom of their group. Makes life a little bit difficult in a couple of days from now when they get reshuffled for their new groups.
And again, credit to the Jamaican team here, as they're led by the scrum of Jason Campbell, number 15, with strong performances by DeJounte King, and Ben Whitfield, the number 2. Big burly runs from them. And again, the Jamaican team are just so much more aggressive compared to their Trinidad counterparts.
Yeah, their forwards are more aggressive. They get a lower body height at contact. Therefore, they're driving forward. And once you're low, you make that contact, you go forward. If you're a little bit high in the contact, you're going to go backwards a yard. And that 1 yard can make a massive, massive difference.
And Trinidad and Tobago get their first points of the tournament here, 3 off the boot of Nathan Atching. The score moves on to 12 points to 3 in favor of Jamaica. And Jamaica are going to try to rush and take it quickly and catch Trinidad and Tobago off guard. But Trinidad and Tobago finally getting the first points of the tournament. Mason Campbell gets us started. Again for Jamaica team. He has been the maestro out there pulling the boys in together today.
Absolutely, he looks really comfortable, and look, he sees the big gap and hits it.
And again, catching Trinidad and Tobago off guard. They're collected by Jabari Alexis, but he runs behind his player. Obstruction is called, and Jamaica get the opportunity to attack inside Trinidad and Tobago's 22 line. And Jamaica has a cycling out TNT at this moment as Mason Campbell takes it quickly.
It's short!
Seemingly trying to push it over the line. And the referees award a try. Well deserved for Mason Campbell. He has been everywhere, in everything, and really marshaled the troops excellently today.
Absolutely. He's the person that got them to the halfway line quickly. Trinidad and Tobago got back but didn't really look at the open gap. When he saw the gap, he went and kicked it in there, puts Trinidad and Tobago under pressure, and lo and behold, he ends up finishing off the play that he started just because he's aware of what's happening on the field. Just got a higher IQ than the rest of the other 29 guys on the park right now.
And again, as I say, well deserved as the score pushes now. Jamaica 17 to Trinidad and Tobago's 3 with a kick to come. Just short of 5 minutes again in the game. And Jamaica are in the driving seat at the moment to close off today on a high.
Yeah, no, they've been phenomenal in this game. They've played really well, really stepped it up from earlier in the day.
And Trinidad and Tobago try to rush. And It seems to be a knockout there by Tobago. They seem to be a bit confused.
It was a conversion. You have to restart. You have to restart. It was the conversion. It was a conversion, not a penalty. It wasn't a penalty.
That one will go for the bloopers reel.
Referee Clifton Garrett just making order of the mess that just happened there, just occurred there. Tobago seemed to not know where they were. As Nathan Acheng looks to set them back up.
Hey, to stay behind.
Jamaica
Behind,
setting very deep, almost on the 22-meter line.
Five, get behind. There you go.
Just about 2 more minutes left in the game here. Jamaica leads 17 points to 3. And a nice high kick taken well by the try scorer Mason Campbell. And Jamaica go up direct route, but spills it on.
First knock on.
Tobago get the opportunity for a scrum just outside the 22-meter line. And can they put a try in the board before the day is out?
It would make the score look a lot more respectable. I feel Jamaica has dominated the game, but it's only from the inexperience is the difference. The aggression, from Jamaica, but the lack of experience for the Trinidad boys has led to some very basic mistakes, but repetitive mistakes. And that's been the difference for this game so far. If they can get themselves on the board here, looks a lot closer than what I would suggest, what I would say the game has flown with.
Jeremy Bonas, the scrum for Tobago, set to put the ball in.
It's out.
Ball stolen by Mason Campbell there. He seems to be a bit sharper than the rest out there today. Skips one, skips two. The Jamaica number 14. He's hard to put down. Finally he is. But Tobago lose their feet in trying to get the ball. And again, advantage playing. That's been the Achilles heel of Tobago today. That's been the big takeaway that the coach is going to go in off for day one.
Yep, they've got to stay on their feet. They've gone off their feet a few times, and every time they've done it, they've lost the ball. The referees see it. You've got to be able to maintain your feet in those situations. Don't get overexcited.
Numbers.
And again, Campbell dinks this ball just outside, just on the 22-meter mark. Jamaica, perfect advantage point to attack.
Use the line as the middle, guys. Use the line as the middle.
And this might finish off Trinidad and Tobago if Jamaica can get a clean line out here.
Sorry?
I don't think there's much left in the tank for Trinidad and Tobago.
And again, Watfield's throwing, the number 2 for Jamaica, has been on point today so far. Been one of the reasons why they're so dominant. Their set pieces, the breakdowns has been great. Great throw there, Mason Campbell distributed out wide. And straight to the middle is number 6 for Jamaica as they creep into the 22-meter line, looking super aggressive. Advantage is playing as a tackler for Tobago. Didn't roll away.
Still been advantage.
And again, Jamaica just running through, or attempted to run through as it comes to number 4. He takes 2 to take him down. Jamaica just short of the try line there. Out to DeJounte King, who has been a handful as well today. Watfield at the back of the scrum. He picks and goes, leans over.
Lost forward, going back to the penalty across here.
Loses it in trying to score the try there. No try signal by referee Clifton Garrett. He brings it back for the penalty. And Jamaica has another opportunity to have us try on the scoreboard.
Use the line, please.
Jamaica leading 17 points to 3 with just under a minute left in the game here. They're going to take a quick tap from Walden Brown. As he's going to tap it and take it in. Smartly dishes it off. Jamaica short of the line there.
Time off.
The referee just consults with his AR there.
Time off.
Doesn't seem to be too confident about scoring his own try. That's a signal to the referee that he didn't seem to have gotten it down right.
Oh, wonderful, thanks.
And try signal here by referee Clinton Garrett as we watch the Usain Bolt celebration from the Jamaican supporters.
That's it. Save the line, please.
That try pushes Jamaica 22 points to 3 over Trinidad and Tobago with the kick to come, as we watch the Jamaican fans in ecstasy as they have welcomed, well-beaten Trinidad and Tobago here today, and the hosts are very proud of the performance done here today. As we look at the Usain Bolt celebration by the Jamaican team, they're super excited for the work that they have done so far today, and congrats to them on this victory. Mason Campbell, again the maestro, really doing all the work here today. Excellent kick, 24 points to 3 is the score there. Seems to be one last play, the referee signals. Jamaica well and truly are the dominant team out here today, and Trinidad and Tobago need to go back to the dressing room and lick their wounds to come back for day 2.
Yeah. Drop 5 drop. Thank you, good call.
Referee signals one more play for the match. Trinidad and Tobago have one opportunity to try to recollect this kickoff and do something with it. Jamaica collects. And again, it's the big Walden Brown. Walladine Brown, just doing the work. Jamaica try to dink it forward, but Trinidad and Tobago doesn't understand the assignment. The number 14, this is out to DeJounte King, and can he take it all the way? Yes, he can. Try time, Jamaica. Dante King, the number 13 for Jamaica, gets his name on the scoreboard, pushing the score to 29 points to 3. And the Jamaican supporters here at the Huey Mona Bowl is super excited and super elated as they kiss their badges here. Trinidad and Tobago undone, missed tackles galore. As you look at the replay, the confusion by the Trinidad and Tobago defenders, and a quick pop to the great supporting run from Deontay King, as the TNT fullback Darius Allen was unable to grasp him. Dominant performance by Jamaica there. Kick missed by Mason Campbell, and there you have it. On last game of day 1, Jamaica successful over Trinidad and Tobago here at the Huey Mona Bowl. And we'll be back after the break. And here are the highlights of match 6 in day 1 of the Rand Men's U19 Tournament 2022 here at Huey Mona Bowl. Exciting encounter by the 2. Trinidad and Tobago in the red strips kicking off to Jamaica. And again, it was all one-way traffic. Jamaica in the first half, steaming over the line. It's a big Kai Ditton for Jamaica. They're just using their strength to barrel over. And not too soon after, another forward, Ben Watfield, just did the same thing. He's just pushing Jamaica ahead here, as we see from behind the scrum. No post available, and he muscles his way across the try line here for try number 2 for Jamaica. At this point, the fans were happy, everyone were elated, and great kick in the corner there from the maestro of the day, Mason Campbell. And again, we see Trinidad and Tobago on the offensive. They're just skipping off tackles there. Moments of brilliance from the Trinidad and Tobago team there, but just didn't sustain all the pressure here. As we see big fend off here, great aggression. Trinidad and Tobago trying for the conversion, but no chase of the kick, which resulted in another penalty. But Trinidad and Tobago was aggressive at times and had great play, seemingly in bits and bobs throughout the game there. And Nathan Acheng getting Chanty's first points on the board, but here comes the man, here comes the man that is Mason Campbell, doing everything right today, just sneaking over the line. And then one of the last of the game, just miscommunication by the TNT team, gifting Dante King a try in the corner to the jubilance of the crowd and his teammates here. Jamaica super successful in their second match of the day here and ending today on the win. Right now we have Gavin McCleavey live down here for interviews. We'll go straight to Gavin.
So we've got Liam here, the co-captain for Trinidad and Tobago. A rough day at the office, my friend. How are you feeling right now after that game? And what is it that you're going to bring later in the week?
We're a little disappointed. It's not the result we wanted. But it's still a learning experience. It's also our first 2 games. So hopefully we'll have a better result in the future games coming.
Absolutely, and you're one of the leaders of the team. You've done a phenomenal job of leading the charge with those guys. Who else in your team should we be looking at that's going to bring on more work going into the week that's going to be helping you out getting the work done?
Definitely one of our props, Ian McLaughlin. He's an excellent player. He understands the game well, and he's an excellent worker. We also have our scrum halves, Jeremy Bonus and Benjamin Devines. They control us. They are also 2 key players to look out for.
Phenomenal. And that's the kind of guys that you want in your camp that are going to be able to reset yourselves to go forward. Good luck with it. Make sure that you look after your boys. And phenomenal. Good job today. Commiserations. Keep working. Thanks a lot. Bye. Phil Davis, coach at Jamaica, thanks very much for joining us. How are your boys feeling after a pretty phenomenal day, the ups and downs of rugby, I guess?
I think you can hear how excited they are. We've been together as a squad for 4 days. Loads of these boys hadn't ever met each other before we came into camp. They have put their blood, sweat and tears into the last 4 days, and that performance was hopefully just the tip of the iceberg in terms of what we were able to produce.
Absolutely, and with the home crowd behind you, how much does that impact the boys when they're here and they're hearing people from the stands? That must have a massive impact.
Oh, huge. It's Jamaica. Jamaica is famous for sort of getting behind their superstars, and hopefully these are the superstars of the future. The noise has been amazing. That's our ladies team, and we're going to replicate that on Saturday and tomorrow when they've got their first games. Hopefully we can bring that same energy, get a similar result for the girls as well.
Absolutely. It sounds like the crowd's just going to get bigger and bigger as the week goes on. Thanks very much, Coach. Really appreciate your time. Congratulations for that second half of the day.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.